Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Mulco. We begin with a McMinville neighborhood shaken awake by an explosion. The force of that blast shattering glass and rattling nerves. Police say, yes, it looks like the aftermath of an improvised explosive device, an IED. As Catherine Cook reports tonight, the people who live just steps away are now asking, why them?
It was just terrifying.
Boarded up windows, blackened siding, and fence boards blown apart. Remnants, police say, of an explosion outside this McMinville home. It sits on the corner of Northeast 11th and Evans.
I'm a little bit in shock. I can't believe that this happened to us.
Brianna, who asked that we not show her face, lives here with her family. The blast woke them just before 3 Thursday morning.
I instantly told my family, like, oh my gosh, get downstairs. I ran outside to my car. I saw the windows broken out.
Whatever exploded left behind a small crater in this flower bed. Police say it appears someone threw or placed an improvised explosive device with shrapnel here.
I could not believe it.
Brianna doesn't believe her family was targeted, but it's upsetting to her nonetheless. She doesn't want this to happen to anyone else.
It was just terrifying, but luckily we had a lot of neighbors run out and help us.
This is a criminal investigation, and McMinville police want to learn more. They're hoping neighbors can help them. They're asking anyone who lives between 5th and 19th and Baker and Galloway to check their security footage. If they see anything interesting, they're asking that neighbors share that with police. In McMinville, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
An Oregon man who shot and killed a Clark County deputy has now been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Prosecutors say in 2021, Guillermo Rea Leon, along with his brother and sister-in-law, stole dozens of guns and thousands of rounds of ammunition from a storage facility. Soon after that, Deputy Jeremy Brown began investigating and was staking out an apartment complex. That is when Leon spotted Brown in his vehicle, snuck up on the deputy, and shot him. Sergeant Brown's wife spoke during sentencing today.
It does not offer closure. There is no form of justice that might feel the equivalent of something so senseless.
Leon's sister-in-law made a plea deal today. She was sentenced to 25 years in prison. Let's get you caught up on tonight's other headlines now. A 15-year-old is now charged with murder following a shooting in Gresham. This happened near Burnside and Division on September 24th. The victim, a 16-year-old Alexander Ortiz de Jesus. He was rushed to hospital in critical condition. A week later, officers arrested the teenage suspect. We have now learned that the victim has died. This marks the 5th murder investigation in Gresham so far this year. Patients around the Portland area are starting to see an impact from Kaiser Permanente strikes. Our crews were at the Kaiser Interstate office in North Portland today and found the vaccination site was closed. Kaiser officials have also told us they've had to postpone some non-urgent and elective surgeries to make sure they have enough staffing for critical patients. There are 2 strikes happening right now, the largest involving some 75,000 Kaiser employees across the country that is set to end Saturday. A smaller strike involves just local Kaiser pharmacy workers, set to run for another couple of weeks. And a heads up for anyone traveling on I-84 this weekend, whether you're headed east or west, you're going to have to get off the interstate at I-205. The full closure starts tomorrow night at 10. It lasts through 4 on Monday morning. It's all part of TriMet's project to expand the Red Line. You can check out the detour options right now on KGW.com. Well, to new and encouraging information tonight on catalytic converter thefts. It appears the crime rate is dropping and fast. New data from BenVerified.com shows Oregon with a 75% decline in catalytic converter thefts this year over last. Washington saw an even bigger decrease, down 77%. That's the highest drop in the country. Compares to the nationwide drop there, you see 43%. Now, both Oregon and Washington passed laws to try and crack down on theft. They now require scrap metal buyers to verify proof of ownership before taking catalytic converters. That may be one reason for the drop, but insurance experts say there is something else at play.
Well, we've heard anecdotally that prices for the minerals that are in catalytic converters have also come down a bit, making them somewhat less valuable.
Catalytic converter thefts are, of course, still happening. The same data shows thefts remain nearly 21 times higher nationwide than just 4 years ago. The city of Portland is installing more traffic safety cameras. They are meant to catch speeders and red light runners in high crash areas. Right now, 20 of them are up and running. PBOT's working on 8 more this year, with 12 more coming in 2024. For a full list, you can check out visionzeroportland.com. We are following up this evening on Portland's first sanctioned mass homeless campsite. It's been open just over 2 months, and while 134 people have moved in, there's apparently still room for 45 more. One of the challenges, the site in Southeast requires a referral from one of 30 outreach workers hired by the city. Our Blair Best has been trying to cut through the bureaucracy here today. She witnessed one man walk up to the gate to ask how to get a spot. The person manning the gate told him he had no clue. Others have eventually been given a phone number.
I've called them up and, of course, take the name and the number, and no calls back. If they're not filling that place up, I think they're actually kind of cheating the city of Portland.
Urban Alchemy, who runs this site, tells us they are working as hard as they can to move people in, though it is unclear why there can't be better signage or communication explaining this process. The city plans to announce the location of its second mass campsite sometime next week. The state of Oregon is getting more than $650,000 as part of a settlement over a data breach that exposed the personal data of millions of people. 50 states and the District of Columbia sued the company Blackbaud, which provides software services to nonprofits. They allege Blackbaud failed to prevent the 2020 breach and delayed notifying people who had their information exposed. Now, 174 organizations in Oregon alone were impacted. According to the settlement, Blackbaud agreed to overhaul its data security and breach notification practices. You're watching KGW News, and straight ahead at 11 on this Thursday, an old school renewed as a community hub thanks to a couple's painstaking work.
It's grueling, but it's wonderful.
But this story does not start there. How these two former classmates found their way to this project after falling in love decades after they first met. And then later, the WNBA has handed the Bay Area a brand new team. Orlando shows us why there's still hope for Portland.
And there's still sunshine and warm weather coming to Portland. Look at the sunset of the Oregon coast tonight from Cannon Beach. Even here, it was in the 80s as the halcyon days of fall continue through the weekend, and the latest on the annular solar eclipse that'll hit the following weekend.